and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with this report claiming that Espanyol have filed a complaint against Lewandowski's availability for the Catalan derby. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about this transfer news, talking about Bernardo Silva, as it has been reported that the Barcelona target hints at a desire to leave Manchester City and wants to move to a new project. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona's game against Espanyol was full of controversy, both on and off the pitch, as the two sides ultimately shared the spoils at the Camp Nou. While Mateo Lahoz broke his own record by dishing out 14 yellow cards and 2 red cards, which contributed to a loss of 19 minutes and 20 seconds of time off the field. Espanyol were furious at Madrid Central Court's decision to offer momentary relief to Robert Lewandowski's suspension. Just a few days after the game, Espanyol have now confirmed they have lodged an official complaint to the RFEF against the decision to let Lewandowski feature in the derby. The Catalans have deemed the move as an injustice and suggested that it also harms the competition in the league. This flagrant injustice puts the essence of our competition at risk, and this injustice is, it is based on a hasty resolution and with obvious legal deficiencies, the club said in their official statement. The complaint letter also seems to suggest Espanyol won all 3 points from the game, as Barcelona should not have fielded Robert Lewandowski. In essence, they have challenged the outcome of the derby. ROCD Espanyol has submitted a letter of complaint to the Real Federación Española de Fútbol (RFEF) to challenge the match against FC Barcelona, corresponding to the 15th round of LaLiga, for improper alignment, read the official statement. The Polish forward had picked up a 3-match ban during Barcelona's league game against Osasuna just before the start of the FIFA World Cup. He was handed a 1-game suspension for picking up 2 yellow cards, while 2 more matches were added to the ban after he allegedly put out a gesture toward referee Gil Manzano. With that in mind, Lewandowski was unavailable for the derby against Espanyol. But after the court's relief, the forward was allowed to play, leaving Espanyol extremely frustrated. The complaint letter from Espanyol comes just a few days after the club had already put out a statement against the decision, suggesting there will be no official representation inside the stadium. Of course, Lewandowski was not supposed to play the game against Espanyol after the 3-match ban that was handed initially, and we heard about, a change of decision by the Court of Appeal in sports, and it came as a shock. Even to me, as a fan of Barca, I was surprised about that. But now, the fact that Lewandowski had 2 yellow cards in that Osasuna game and was given a red card after that, definitely, I initially thought he was supposed to at least have a 1-match game ban, as it is normal. A red card gives you a game ban. But the fact that he did not even, suffer any suspension whatsoever, whether it's 1 game, talk less of the 2 additional games to make it a total of 3, which means definitely there was a problem. And I do understand the frustration from Espanyol, as they have filed a complaint and asking for all 3 points from that game. But I don't think anything will go in their favor, because Lewandowski came to that game because of the change of decision. So no matter how they have been complaining, I don't see any change of decision from the from the Court of Appeal. Then on to the next story of discussion. Bernardo Silva was one of many players to be linked with a move to Barcelona during the summer transfer window. The Manchester City superstar was one of Xavi's top targets in his bid to add more quality in the interior midfield slot. But the move never materialized as Barca were not able to afford the Portuguese international, who had a contract at the Etihad until 2025. However, coming out in a recent interview, Bernardo Silva has once again floated the idea of potentially leaving the Etihad at the end of the season. The playmaker suggested he may think about the prospect of leaving in the summer and is open to joining new projects. I'm 28 years old, I'll be 29 in the summer, and I have 2 more years on my Manchester City contract. My contract would end when I'm 31. I will not hide that my goal is in the coming years is something good. If something good happens elsewhere, will probably be to move to a new project, Silva told Record via Goal. A product of the Benfica Youth Academy, Bernardo Silva joined Manchester City in the summer of 2017. Since then, the playmaker has racked up 50 goals and 56 assists in 275 competitive matches. He is regarded as one of the most influential players at Man City, having helped the club secure multiple Premier League titles. During the interview, Silva expressed his desire to return to his youth club Benfica, but admitted that he is open to other projects as well. He said, "Going into new project at the age of 29, I'll only finish this contract probably at 34. If you ask me, what did you think 10 years ago? My goal was to return to Benfica at the age of 32 at the most. What do I think today? It depends on what happens next summer. I'm not going to lie. It's not something I don't think about. I think about it every year. It has always been a goal for me," he said. Bernardo Silva's comments should serve as a major boost for Barcelona ahead of the 2023 summer transfer window. But given the club's financial status, it might still prove to be difficult for FC Barcelona to afford a deal for the Portuguese international, who could worth a fortune even at the end of this season. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.